Welcome to the Wager Makers Podcast with Webb and Smitt.
Brick by brick, baby. I'm freaking out, Webb.
I was told there'd be no man. Stupidity's going to be an asset. What a bunch of crybabies.
Hello, my name is Steve Smith, and this is Rob Weber. Say hey, Webb.
Hello. What's up, Smitt?
What's up, man? I'm Smitt. That's Webb. We are the Wager Makers, and this is the Wager Maker Podcast. Thank you all for listening. Got a lot going on. We got COVID, Wednesday afternoon football. We got all kinds of NFL to talk about, crazy COVID issues going on in college football, NFL. We got college basketball tipping off this whole week, all the different preseason tournaments. We got NBA back in camp, ready to go, making moves. And Webb, this is Wager Maker Podcast number 72.
It's amazing, Smith. Every week the number gets higher. I don't know what's going on. Last week it was 71. This week it's 72. I don't know what's going on. Again, another easy one for me. Clearly and obviously the best 72 is Ed Too Tall Jones, the legendary Cowboy defensive end. Played with Captain America, Roger Staubach. I do have a little demerit for him. I don't know if you remember this, but he tried to be a professional boxer there at the end of his career, which I always find, a little weird. Like you saw how Nate Robinson did the other day when when the white dude with all the tattoos, literally, like I think he might have hurt him, like permanently,
like
on that right on that right cross there. And who knows who that dude is, but whatever. Anyways, number 72, absolutely the best one is Ed Too Tall Jones. And then honorable mention goes to the lovable refrigerator, William the Refrigerator Perry.
Yep, I forgot about the Refrigerator Perry. That's a good 72. Obviously, we grew up, Ed Too Tall Jones was the man on the Cowboys, playing that end, always knocking passes down and everything. Good dude. I also saw Carlton Fisk has kind of weird number 72 for a baseball player, but I don't know what's...
It's not weird. It's dumb. It's a dumb number. It's a stupid number for a baseball player. But having said that, I'm a Carlton Fisk fan. The Red Sox, when he hit that ball, he was kind of angling it or motioning it, standing at home plate there trying to get it in. And then I believe he caught Tom Seaver on the White Sox there for a little bit. But definitely a Carlton Fisk fan, but just a dumb number. Dumb.
Right. Big stuff. Good. But obviously, I'll let you handle this one. Ed Too Tall Jones. We got a couple other Cowboys coming up in the 70s too. I think 73 might be a big one, and we'll be marching on towards. We'll be marching on to meet Joe Green pretty soon, and I'll take over from there. So
we'll go right past that one.
Tough. Up and down weeks of college and pro. We went 5-5-1 in college, 4-4-1 in pros. Steelers, tough game today. We took the Steelers minus the 10. Crazy play towards the end of the game. Couldn't do anything all game long. One missed tackle. Next thing you know, Baltimore is backdoor covering. And speaking of which, Webb, I'm usually not. I try not to be like the crybaby gambler, or the guy that's always woo-hooing and shit like that.
No.
Sometimes you win some, you lose some.
Yeah.
What?
You don't? Okay. Yeah. Well, maybe I'll put the text up here on next time.
Well, you're the only one that understands me, Webb. You're the only one I can talk to about this.
That's private.
Yeah. So, Webb, this game, I don't know if people are on this shit.
Of course, everyone was on. Oh, Monday night. Okay.
Yeah, Monday night. Right. That was the Eagles Seattle game I'm talking now.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not the one to usually say, oh, it's fixed or what. I just don't know what Peterson is going on. It seemed like the dude had money on the Eagles plus the 6.5 to me. I mean, every move he made in the last 10 minutes of the game looked like it. It's what you would do if you had money on the plus 6.5.
Absolutely. I mean, like you said, it wasn't the last play. It wasn't the play before the last play or whatever. It was systematic. It was systemic that what was going on. He seemed like he had a plan.
Yeah. So
I don't know what was going on. I mean, if it's kind of easy to lose by 6. It's like picking the winner who's the guy who's the team that's not going to make it to the Super Bowl or something like that. So I don't know, man. I'm the biggest cynic in the world. The world sucks. Everyone's corrupt. It's a bunch of bullshit. I absolutely. And this just gave me gasoline, fire, and a match.
Yep. So everybody's been talking about the Hail Mary and the 2-point conversion. The Hail Mary 2-point conversion. That's really what did it in the end. They were down by 14 points, and Eagles hit on a Hail Mary instead of kicking an extra point to go down by 7, where you go kick the onside kick and get it. They go for 2, but it started before that. There's about 5 minutes left in the game, and they were well within field goal range, and it was like a 4th and 4 or 5. And the Eagles, they were down by 14. No, they were down by 11. They were down by 11.
Yes, for sure, it was 11.
So they kicked the field goal.
Kicked the field goal down by 8.
They should have kicked the field goal to go down by 8. Every team in the NFL does this. You kick the field goal, you go down by 8.
Well, that's where I'm going to give you pushback. That's where you're going to get pushback. Because the Cowboys have done similar stupidity. Okay, like they've gone for 2 or whatever, or done some shit, gone for it on 4th down. Where, like, what the fuck is this dude doing? Now, I don't claim to know more football than Mike McCarthy or Doug Peterson, but the optics in this particular game were awful. And you're going to hear Mike McCarthy talk about it. His explanation is that analytics, you're going to have to eventually do something that is, out of the book. What you're going to have to get, he's just doing it sooner than later, was like basically his basic explanation.
Right. Well, but he's gonna have. But well, I'm not gonna debate why they would do something.
Correct.
Just to explain to people out there. So they're down by 11. They should have kicked the field goal, go down by 8. If they do that, then later on they got this touchdown. They
kick the ball 3 and out. You get the ball, you score a touchdown, you go for 2, you get it, you're tied. That's what we see.
Went through an interception. But I mean, it was like, and I was happy they were going for it. Well, no, I wasn't. I wanted them to kick the field goal. I was laying 6.5. So I'm like, what the hell are they doing? If they make this and get a touchdown, I'm screwed on that. Because at that time they were only up by 11. But I don't understand. But then they get the Hail Mary down by 14, and instead of just kicking the extra point to go down by 7, they go for 2 and cover by a half a point. Congratulations, you win by 6 instead of 7.
You lose by 6. And you could even argue that the Hail Mary was senseless at that point.
Down by two touchdowns.
At that point, correct. I don't know. I'm not the last thing I'm going to do is defend the fucking Eagles or Doug Peterson. I'm glad they lost. I hope they do similar. I don't know what antics moving forward, and I hope Carson Wentz throws another couple interceptions and gets sacked another 8 times or whatever it was. But the optics were definitely funny, and it just seems like everything always works out in Vegas's favor. Not that we've been on the other side of some weird beats, but the majority of the money got hurt there.
Yeah, it was just bizarre because a couple different times it was like, what is he doing? Didn't make sense for the game. It only made sense if you were getting 6.5 points.
Again, I agree. I cannot. There's no way not to agree. But there was a lot of things that had to happen from 6 minutes in the game until the end. I mean, it was a great catch at the end for the Hail Mary. It was just a bunch of the stars and the moon and the sun had to align for that to be a fix that came in. You know what I mean?
Right. So we'll see. But I mean, look, we've been on the good side. We're on a great side of a bad beat. Early in the weekend, I think Central Michigan scored about 21 points in the last 3 minutes of their game against Eastern Michigan or something like that. 17 points maybe. And it was an intercept. I was like, boom, 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 interception. Then the other team fumbled and all kinds of shit happened.
It was to the point where I was like, I don't think it's right. Like, I was like, I gave it refresh.
How could that score be? Right. I saw it 3 minutes ago.
It's not right. Right. I'm like, it's not right. I did something wrong.
So look, we're on the good side, sometimes on the bad side. A few things that happened this week, Webb. We talked a lot last week about Sarah Fuller of Vanderbilt, the woman kicker straight off the soccer team. I've gone back and forth about this a lot this week because she only got 1 kick in the game. The coaching staff, everything says it was supposed to be a squib kick. I don't know why you would put her in there for a squib kick. I don't know what good a squib kick does in that situation. I saw her. They showed her warm up before the game, and she was. I'm sure there's a progression to your warm ups and stuff, but the first bunch of kicks she had was like way up, like almost like if you had the ball in the end zone We're on the winner's line, and we're snapping to the kicker to kick it. And they went up, they went through. But in college and the pros, when you kick an extra point, I mean, it's really got to go up in the air first to get above the line. Didn't really look like it did that. It was obviously a little weaker than you would usually see, but more power to her. She only had one kick, so I'm ready to reserve judgment. I went back and forth on this all week long. I hate publicity stunt type shit. I don't think they accomplish anything. I don't think they help you break a glass ceiling or any of that other kind of shit. But I was at first when I saw the kick, it was the second half kickoff. First of all, Vanderbilt's so goddamn bad they didn't get in field goal range the whole day.
That's first of all, Vanderbilt sucks. I mean, every week they're getting 30 or whatever the number is, and I'll tell you, it sucks. It's bullshit, and I'm nothing against the player. Obviously, a tremendous athlete, and we talked about this prior. We talked on we are pro. I have two daughters, both of them play sports. We don't care. This is a non-judgment. We don't give a shit who you are, what you're doing. You're gonna win us money. You're gonna kick a field goal. Good for you. But this reeks. This is obvious of a team that has nothing. A program that has absolutely. They just fired the coach.
Yep.
Absolutely nothing going for it. We have a girl. Let's try some. I don't even know where this came from. I don't know how the idea even came about. Let the girl kick. Either she's a player that can do it or she's not. You're going to give her one. And then we said this is not the one thing we wouldn't want it to be is a sideshow. Like you said, listen, I don't know that it helped or did. I'm not mad at it. I applaud it, but let her try it. Clearly, you at some point, if you had any integrity, you thought she's capable of doing it. Let her try it, and then if she gets blocked, if it's a dumpster fire, you move on. Whatever you're gonna lose. Okay, you're gonna lose 34-0 instead of 31-0. What's the difference?
Right. Yeah, I mean, I was like I said, I went back and forth because I saw the kick. I was waiting for the kick. I was rooting for it. We were rooting for it.
Of course. So, why wouldn't you?
Finally, the whole first half goes by. They don't get field goal range, so we're like, well, shit. They're just gonna kick it, and it was a shit kick. All right, so they say it was a squib kick. Fine. First of all, why would you give her the hardest thing? Why would you put her out there and put her in the situation where it's going to look like a shitty kick? A squib kick from the best kicker looks like a shit kick.
Right. Gatkowski or Vinatieri. I mean, come on. It's literally the bounce of an oval football. Come on.
So and then I've been reading up because I was like, man, I don't want to be too harsh and judge, and I want to.
We're not judging her. It's nothing to do with her, the player.
Right. So I'm thinking, okay. So I was reading up, and so it is the case of all their kickers were out, ineligible because of the COVID. Vanderbilt does not have a men's soccer team. I read up on this for whatever reason. Men's soccer in Vanderbilt was disbanded in like 2006 or so it's not like they could have went to the men's soccer team and got a player. They needed a player, but Webb, just like in the high school where we went, we didn't have no damn kickers. It was just the best athlete on the team was your kicker. Like Buggy Richardson, he was a quarterback, so he was the kicker.
We not kick for us.
Yeah, right. So I mean, we certainly there's a dude on that team that was the high school kicker also in college, right?
Right, correct. There's a dude who's been kicking since he was like 8 because he was the best athlete. He was
the best player on the team.
Correct.
Right. So, but I'm willing to give it another shot here. But I don't know. But first of all, the Vandy coach gets fired this week.
Correct. Well, it's an embarrassment. Their program's an embarrassment, and this is just another embarrassment. And again, it has nothing to do with the player. It's like jogging me out there. Jog a 50-year-old fat dude out there and let him try to kick it. That's basically what it was.
Right. So now they say she's going to suit up again next week. Hopefully they get more of an opportunity and we can see but it doesn't. The people who champion this shit, she's the SEC. She was the SEC Special Teams Player of the Week.
Again, that doesn't help. That just to me it demeans it. Like I don't know. What did she do? She didn't earn that.
So I don't know. We'll see how she does. I'm rooting for her. I want her to go out there and kick some field goals.
No doubt.
Just kick it off and let it reach the 10-yard line or whatever. It doesn't. I'm not saying you got to boot it out of the end zone.
Half the kickers in college aren't good anyway. I used to one of the women from the U.S. national team. I used to. I guess she's from Philly or South Jersey. I used to work in Philly, and she talked about kicking. It wasn't Morgan. It was one of the other girls. Alex Morgan. It was one of the other girls who was talking about kicking maybe for the Eagles or something, or there was some arena team maybe she could even kick for. And that was legit. Like they showed her, the girl was booming them, you know? So I don't know how that differs from this, but listen, we're all for it for the right reasons. And you know, I don't know what Vanderbilt got out of this. Nothing.
If she did this because they literally had nobody to kick and they called her, said, listen, we're in a bind. We need a kicker. We'll make sure all you have to do is squib it. We'll make sure you're safe. You can run off to the side after your kickoff. And that was the deal. Fine. But don't act like all this shit's going on. She kicks a shitty kick and you say, oh, well, I told her to do a squib kick and this. And I mean, it's like,
it was never even like if you didn't. I didn't know that everyone was out with COVID, and I know I follow sports like
that was the animal kicker room, just like the Denver Broncos quarterback room was out with COVID. That was the deal.
That wasn't the headline.
Well, of course not. The headlines. The girl's going to be the kicker,
right? You know, it doesn't say girl given opportunity. No, Vanderbilt has a girl kicker. Right. Bullshit. Do the girl. You did the player a disservice.
All right. Well, anyway, we'll see. We'll see how she does moving forward. She's going to shoot up again this week. I thought it was funny. She even said she had to give she didn't like the team's attitude in the locker room and on the sideline. She gave him like a pep talk at the halftime about not being too enough.
Fired
up. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I wish her luck. But let's not. I'm not a fan of token publicity type shit. They had
for the right reasons. If she's good, if the person or the player is good enough, let them play.
Last week in the NFL,
dog, cat, black, white, yellow, orange, blue. If she can do it better, or that player can do it better than the next, more power to them.
Last week in the NFL, they had it was the first time ever. It was an entire referee crew was black guys, was African American guys.
Right.
And fine, there's black refs all over the NFL. It should be commonplace at this point. It should be commonplace that there would be but if it happened through the natural occurrence, fine. If it did it because they had 3 dudes on a crew and they said, you know what would be good? We can fucking publicity up.
Right.
Let's put the other 3 guys on and we'll let everybody know this is the first black crew, all black crew. And
regardless of merit, absolutely.
There's a difference between one and the other, you know.
The best candidate or player or the best person for the job or individual or whatever you want to call it, that it should be based on merit, ability, whatever.
Right. In everything, in every walk of life,
in every aspect of the world.
All right, moving on. So, speaking of, today's game with Baltimore, they just kept postponing. The NFL, man, every day they get more and more hypocritical, more and more just stupid shit. It's more see-through that they're going after the money than anything else. This game was supposed to be televised on NBC. It was going to be the Thursday night game last week, I think it was. Was it Thursday night or Thursday night game, I guess? Yeah.
It's Thanksgiving night game.
Right. And so here's Baltimore, right? They got all these COVIDs. They got 20-something COVIDs, 20 COVIDs. This guy's got COVID. That guy's got COVID. COVID. Let's delay it until Sunday. They delay it till Sunday. Oh, they still got more COVID. They got more COVID. We'll delay it till Monday. More COVID. We're going to delay it till Wednesday. Denver Broncos have 3 dudes with COVID in the quarterback room, and they had to play on Sunday against the Saints. Who's making? I don't get how you can have a team go out there with no quarterback.
Well, what? I don't understand. Yeah, okay. I don't understand the logic behind that either. Why? So you're saying they should have just postponed that?
Why couldn't they postpone that game? Yeah. Where's the cutoff of how many players or whatever? Seems like if it's a whole quarterback room, then you're probably in trouble.
Well, I mean, are they abiding by the protocol. I mean, I think that has a lot to do with it, is what I understand from it. I mean, they're going to be fine now. Those dudes are out partying or whatever it was. They're coming out apologizing now. Even Jerry Jones came out today, said something. He said something stupid about how the Cowboy situation was similar with Ben DiNucci to the guy, which it wasn't, but But I think that, and the point of his comment was the NFL is not playing around, and for Jerry Jones to say something like that, again, I want to use the word optics or whatever. If you're gonna go out there and put yourself on camera or tape or phone or whatever it is, blatantly not abiding by these rules, you're gonna get hurt. I mean, Tennessee Titans got fined. I think Saints are losing draft pick. They're slapping down on this. It is a big deal. And if you don't put everybody, you see Aaron Rodgers, as soon as he goes to everyone puts the mask on, they'll pull it down, they grab the wood, everybody, every player. So it's that, to me, it has something to do with it. And, the NFL, it's a corporation, man. That's all it is. And if you're not going to toe that corporate line, they're going to smack you.
Well, that brings me to this, though. The Saints, you just mentioned the Saints, $500,000 fine this week and lost a draft pick. They've yet to miss any games because of COVID. They've only had a couple of guys end up with the
That's
COVID.
Not the point.
So what do
the
they
point
get?
is the missing
is
games.
Baltimore got their ass kissed all week long over this shit
because they're towing the
guys.
line, man. They're doing what they're supposed to do. The Saints are out there not doing it. The Saints, Sean Payton don't think you got to play by anybody's rules, man. That's what it is. You guys down there don't know. They don't think they gotta. You don't gotta wear no mask. You're the Saints. You don't gotta play by rules.
We don't have a COVID issue. The Saints don't have a COVID issue.
That's not the point. It's not the point. The point is you have to play by the. So if I don't have COVID, do I have to wear a mask?
Yes.
Okay. So if the Saints don't have COVID, do they got to wear a fucking mask? Can they go hang out 8, 10, and 15 of them in a room without a mask?
It's the locker room. It was the locker room.
That's not the point. Yes, you're supposed to wear it in the locker room. So the rules are different for the Saints.
What I'm saying is the Saints haven't caused any issues.
It doesn't matter. They're playing by the rules. Listen, man. You can play Russian roulette and not die.
They don't have no COVID issues. No COVID issues.
That's just luck.
Maybe they're playing by the rules. They're bubbled.
How are they playing by the rules when they're on video? If they're playing by the rules, they wouldn't be fined. They wouldn't have this bullshit. You wouldn't be talking about this. Always the Saints. Something going on with the Saints. Yeah, it's been 10 years they've been trying to get the Saints. The league. Everyone hates the Saints.
And a draft pick, and they're not causing any issues with the schedule. Saints play on Sundays.
It's not their fault to play. It's not forget the schedule. NFL plays games. They'll play the game.
All right.
Saints don't got to wear masks. That's what you're telling me. They don't got to play by. They don't got to do the rules everyone else in the league has to do.
Is the Baltimore Ravens going to get fined $500,000 in the draft?
No, because they wore masks. They tried.
Played on Wednesday afternoon instead of
mitigated. Listen, they mitigated the circumstances. Doesn't matter. There's no optics. You don't see the Saints. You don't see 5 or 10 Baltimore Ravens sitting around with no mask on. That's the difference, bro.
In quarantine. I'm laying in quarantine.
Well, listen. That's what happened.
Right, they're doing something wrong.
Not on video.
They're not losing draft picks, though.
Not on video.
They cost the NFL. Instead of playing on Thanksgiving night, they're playing on Wednesday afternoon. And the Saints are
losing.
Yes,
and that shows you. That proves to you how serious the NFL is about this shit. Right there tells you. From your nose to the NFL, you're going to get smacked.
Where's Baltimore's slap on the wrist? Where's theirs?
They don't. What did they do? Show me what they did to deserve it, and I'll show you what the Saints did to deserve it.
All right, we'll find out.
Yeah,
I'm start digging. Right.
Always the Saints. Wah wah wah. Go with a fucking referee jersey on.
9-2, bro.
Wah wah wah.
Wah wah that. 9-2. 9-2.
Whatever. You're right. Then shut up, fucking Saints fans. You can always find something to bitch about.
Losing draft pick. Take away a draft pick. Why not?
You don't need. You'll play by the rules. You'll steal one.
Let's make the coach sit out for a year because they said, hey, let's hit the quarterback hard. Let's do that.
Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. again, you embarrass the NFL, you get paid. You're going to get smacked. If you did it, if you were smart, maybe you were smarter, cheat smarter, like Belichick.
Yeah.
Fucking Saints. You know, hear the Bronco. I don't hear Bronco fans on here whining.
Well, because bullshit.
You had to go out there with the. You had to go out there with a running back.
Here's the
you
deal.
You had to go out there like Navy. You were Navy. It was Navy.
Monday's news, Webb. Broncos, no new positives for the Broncos. All the tests from the quarterback room came back negative. If they postponed it a day, they could have played. If they postponed the Broncos game a day, they could have played. They could have played.
Whoop. Yep. Whoop. Right over the head. Right over the head.
Yep. If they postpone this,
if you commit a crime and you don't get caught, you're innocent. Right. If you're gonna go and have fun, the dude came out and apologized. Said we're dumb. We were idiots. We were all out partying without our mask. Someone took a picture. Hello.
All righty. Nobody else is doing that. Nobody else is out partying.
Not on right. Whoever is gets caught.
NFL out party.
At least some of them, maybe
just wild and zany Denver Broncos quarterbacks.
Cheat better. Yep. Quit whining or cheat better.
All right. Let's move on because this is going nowhere. 4-4-1 in the NFL last week, 5-5-1 in NCAA. Our survivor pool, Webb, you and Chad are still hanging on strong. In the
if I could make my pick for this week, it's already Wednesday, and that site still hasn't let me make my pick. I'm either going to do the Seahawks. I think I'm going to do the Seahawks.
Well, it had to wait until this week is over.
Today's game, right?
Because the Baltimore fucked it up.
Right. It's all the Ravens' fault. Saints did nothing. Wow. I'm gonna get you a referee's jersey and a Roger Goodell mask for and I'm gonna get you. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get you a COVID mask with Roger Goodell's face on it. That's like and it's like referee stripe. That's what you're getting for Christmas.
All right, thanks. Lil Saint the GOAT, number one man on a college football pick and pool. Gary F and Webb are tied. 6 wins behind him, but who knows how long this regular season is going to last? Might go on.
I think Lil Saint the GOAT is putting his picks in on like Sunday. He's hacking the system. Every week he wins. It's no way.
I know Lil Saint the GOAT. He ain't hacking the system.
He's hacking it.
Just because he's a badass rapper and fucking beat maker. That's what he's.
She really's hacking it.
Don't forget, everybody. Wrapping up the show every night, we've been playing C Really and Lil Saint the GOAT, the Way Jamaica rap. So I'm gonna get that out there. Every that's been our going out music every day.
Podcast.
So let's see.
Sorry, I'm not gonna rap for everybody.
So Webb, not that long ago, last year was maybe the last year, the year before. Starting to get on my nerves. I gotta talk to you about it. They got the Miami Hurricanes turnover chain.
Out of control. Yep. I know where you're going with this.
Cool.
Right. That was cool.
Cool. Everybody gets pumped up. You run off the side after you get a turnover. You get the turnover chain. You get the whoop, whoop, whoop.
And that was a program trying to bring something back, get some mojo. And that was right for them at that time. Absolutely.
Webb, now every game I fucking watch on TV, turnover something, a big play something. Can't they just come home on the sideline and get high-fived and jumped on and shit after you make a big play?
Right. Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
Well,
yeah. If you're a defensive back, you're supposed to play the ball. You're a linebacker, supposed to make a tackle.
I'm watching. So Oregon State now, they're running around the sidelines with a chainsaw, a fucking chainsaw. Missouri, I'm watching a game the other day. Missouri's got this boxer robe. You get a boxer robe when you come on. Tulsa, Webb, they got like a pimp hat. It's like a big purple hat with a brim, and it's got the feather coming out of it.
It's not fun. It's just absurd. It's ridiculous. It's too much. This is where we're going. I'm glad I'm 50, and I feel sorry for my kids because this is fucking ridiculous.
Tulane has Mardi Gras beads, big thick Mardi Gras beads they put around their neck when it's time.
that may at least that has some relevance, So there's a bunch of pimps in Tulsa. Is that what you're telling me? Let's go.
That's Pimp Daddy.
I got a fist full of hundreds. Let's go to Tulsa for a weekend.
I gotta admit, I kind of like them fedora-looking hats.
And how is that? I mean, what message is that to the kids? Okay, are you fucking kidding me? This is the world we live in.
And then Eastern Michigan, I'm watching. They got a pipe wrench about this fucking long, and they're carrying it over to they're gonna hurt themselves after they make a turnover.
How long until he's gonna turn like this? And he's gonna knock the teeth out. He's gonna knock out the defensive, the cornerbacks coach. And here we go. It's just, oh my God, I can't. It's too much, dude. Common sense. I don't know. Again, glad I'm old. Fucking retard.
All right.
It's crazy. It's a crazy world. Not in a good way.
Yeah, in the worst possible fucking way.
Right.
But
we only blame the pandemic for so much. Like, you got to give the guy 150 pounds, 6 foot or whatever, 4 foot pipe wrench, and you're going to put it on his back. And what's he going to do? He's going to move around. I mean, the quarterback's going to be anybody, any human being. There's going to be the girl there from the training staff. There goes your memory, honey. Unbelievable.
All right, so it's just shit like that. Like, I thought it was, everybody thought the Miami chain was cool in that first year or so.
Yeah,
that's cool. They got a thing. They came up with something,
right?
We ain't never watched football for 50 fucking years. Ain't never seen this before. This is cool, man. Give me the chain. I just got the fucking pick off.
Exactly. And it was a team that the defense was the running the show. That was the impetus of the team, or whatever you want to say. And it was up. They're trying to get back that swagger that they had. They're trying to come back to it all made sense. It was totally fine. Now we got pimp hats, wrenches, chainsaws. What else are we gonna do?
Oh, and Florida State has a backpack. Florida State got a little school backpack. I don't know what the fuck.
I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Maybe we're just getting old, Webb. Maybe just getting old.
Listen, man. That is just stupidity is ponderous, Smith. Ponderous. Right. Stupidity abounds. So I'm going to start putting our college basketball picks out on our social media sites and stuff like that. I'll start putting the NBA. NBA is only a few weeks away, Webb. All right, let's talk about this fiasco. What is the NBA? So we just saw, I don't know. Well, first of all, we're thankful for the NBA because we can gamble on it. And that's the only reason. Let me be clear. I don't want to speak for you. This league is absurd. It's ridiculous. LeBron James just signed for $85 million for 2 years. That's after the, I don't know, $200 million he already made. They just traded for a guy named Dennis Schroeder. I'm sure majority of people don't know who he is. He makes $12 million a year, 12 or 15 million a year. And this is the last year of a 4-year deal. So you can do that math. And the other thing is Jason Tatum. I think he played a whole 2 years, maybe 2 years at Duke. He plays for the Boston Celtics. 0 rings. They won a playoff series or 2, I think. There's a lot of potential there. $193 million. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, I do okay. I work. Smitt makes money. We all work. We feed our family. Are you fucking kidding me? I mean, I'm no math magician, but 80 for LeBron, at least he might deserve it. 85 divided by 2 is what, Smith? I don't know. It's over
42 and a half or so.
Right. That's a lot of money, man. Well, I don't make 42 million.
At the end of this, LeBron's career earnings from the NBA alone, no endorsement,
right, about Disney, right?
Right. No Nike, nothing.
Whatever, right.
435 mil.
Oh, excuse me. I shortchanged him by half
in basketball alone. So, but you know what, Webb? I got no it's supply and demand somehow. If that much, if that money's coming in,
that is fucking bullshit.
Just don't be about injustice. That's all.
That's
all I'm saying.
Okay. So let supply and demand. Okay. So let's let it trickle down then. Let's let him make less. Let's let the ticket taste less, cost less. Let's have the beer cost less. Let's have the parking cost less. Let's let it trickle down. Does he really? What I mean, what is going on? It is absurd. Jason, Gordon Hayward, just $33 million with the. They're not even going to make the playoffs. What's the sense? It's borderline offensive, and I understand what you're saying, supply and demand. If someone would give me whatever they would give me to do what I would do, of course, but I don't know. At some point, it's got to stop. And how about your boy? What's the quote here? Let me see if I can find it.
You're talking about Zion.
Yes, you do. Yeah, the golden child of New Orleans. He didn't want to. I'm doing air quotes. Mess up as a rookie. Now, just pardon me while my head fucking explodes. Is this for real?
Well, what does that even mean? What are you upset about?
What? I cannot. I don't understand. Just don't talk. Just don't talk.
What's wrong with saying? What's wrong with an 18-year-old dude saying I didn't want to mess up? What's wrong with? I don't understand. What's the problem?
What do you mean? How is he going to mess up? Go play basketball.
He did play basketball. He never asked to come out of the game. The coaches did that shit.
Don't give me this bullshit, this fucking Zion nonsense. That's
the coaches took him out of the game. He never asked to come out of the game. What he's talking about is that he's the first time in the day.
What's he scared of? What's he scared of?
Everybody's scared, man.
He ain't scared. Ain't no He ain't scared. If he's scared, then don't be scared. If you're scared, don't take the money. How about that?
Nobody's scared. Nobody said we're talking about taking money.
What's he scared of? Is it mess up? What's that mean?
Every time he stepped on the floor, he did good things. What you talking about? He's saying he got more left than he's got more game than he can show.
Then
he was worried about.
Then give the money back. Then give money back. Whatever you left off the court, give it back.
What are you talking about?
Well, what is he afraid of? What he messed up? I don't want to mess up. Come on.
He just knew.
If you're a man, you're a man. If you ain't, you ain't. Just
shut up about
basketball. No,
he didn't ask to sit the bench.
There's no breaks at $45 million a year. There's no breaks.
He asked to sit the bench. Dude's gonna dominate. Who's gonna dominate?
Okay. Wait. If he play, he'll dominate 20 out of 60 games.
He didn't ask to sit. Dude didn't ask to sit.
Well, he wasn't gonna mess up. Maybe he did. Hey, coach, I don't want to mess up. Don't put me in, man.
That's you taking it the wrong way, bro.
No, I'm not.
Taking it the wrong way.
Absolutely. He's shook. He's from Duke.
That's what it is. You biased. Your bias is showing, bro.
I ain't biased. I'm biased about fools making $1 zillion, and I'm afraid to mess up
right now.
Yeah, whatever. I'll play. I ain't scared, coach. I'll mess it up. Give me $1 million. I'll do it. I'll mess up. I ain't scared.
Well, I mean, because they all make the same amount of money. What's his money got to do with it?
Everything. Everybody.
What's his money got to do with it? They all make the same amount of money. He's saying as his rookie year, after missing the first half with an injury, he comes out, he was afraid to mess up. So he's a little more tentative. Is what I'm saying.
Word. Afraid. Don't listen. What you afraid of, man? Look at you. Come on, dude. Are you kidding me? You're gonna give this dude a pass? Man, cut out of it. Get out of town. That's absurd.
Dude, you take a soundbite out of nothing.
Listen,
that doesn't even mean nothing. The whole comment doesn't even mean anything.
He's scared. He's shook. To give the money back. I can't do nothing. Give the $50 million back then.
Scared.
Clearly.
Saga gets their fucking ass together here.
Clearly.
Down by 4 with 5 minutes left. Alabama's looking sharp. All right, what else we got from next week? You gonna bash my boy Zion, bash the Saints? What are we gonna pick some?
I ain't bashing nobody. I'm just calling fools. That's all. Listen, man.
Because a young kid says he's afraid to mess up.
If he's a young kid, then don't give him the money. Don't fucking draft him. If he's not ready, stay in school. You're ready or you're not.
Dude's ready.
Yeah, clearly. Yeah, he had a great year. How'd the playoffs go?
Dude's ready.
That's not his fault.
None of that was his fault.
None of that. Fault. What's his fault? Nothing.
Nothing. None of that was his fault.
Nothing's his fault.
None of that was his fault.
Never.
We gonna make some picks or what?
I'm waiting on you. You want to defend everything in New Orleans. You want to defend. How about you defend the mayor? Who are you going to defend over here in New Orleans?
I won't do that.
We got games tomorrow. Oh shit! I just deleted it.
NCAA football.
Yes, I love that.
Our boy from St. John Vianney.
Yeah, who is that again?
Air Force.
Yes, I like Air Force. How thrilled is Russell Westbrook, by the way? He just got traded to the Wizards for John Wall. Hey, you want to get me started on another guy? John Wall. How much money has he made and how many games has he played?
So where's he going? To Houston?
I mean, I guess it's.
Is Harden still going to be there, or is he going to Brooklyn?
I think he's still. Yeah, of course. So let's. John Wall. Yes. No, that's what it says. John Wall and a lottery pick to the Rockets. I guess that I wonder if that means that that's going to be. And Houston's want to the long-term deal. I guess somehow that's supposed to free up Bradley Beal and James Harden is what it says here. So I guess Harden's going to be out of there, and they're going to use that pick or something. I don't know. I mean, they're just going to waive John Wall and get some exemption.
Right.
That's
so
the NBA.
Houston Rockets will be nobody right now. The Houston Rockets will have nobody.
Correct. The new
They'll go from having like Harden, Chris Paul, Westbrook, all these dudes over the last few years to just nobody. That's what you get when you hire a coach that just thinks in offense all the time. And you never
right. That was good. That was good. Who's like 90. And it was even couldn't even think they thought maybe he couldn't even go to the bubble.
Right. Even when he was coaching Steve Nash, they just scored points and
never won. Outscore. Right. Don't worry about defense.
Outscore them all regular season long, and then the playoffs come around and not do it.
Let them drive down and score, and then we're going to run back and score real quick.
All right, Thursday night, college football. It's college football Thursday night. We got a couple of our usuals. We got Louisiana Tech, and then, like I said, we got Air Force, their quarterback from St. John Vianney in New Jersey.
Where is he from in Jersey? Do you know?
No, but he went to St. John Vianney High School.
Got to be Monmouth County, probably, or Middlesex, anyways. I don't have it up here yet. I love Air Force for sure. I think that was 11. Let me find it. What do you got over there?
Yep. 11 and a half.
That's easy. Utah State is a decent program, actually, but they're down this year. This, to me, is an easy one, especially for that crazy Air Force, whatever they do, that triple option attack. The other one, L Tech, we love those funky Louisiana teams. They're getting 1.5 points. I'll take Louisiana Tech as well, especially because it starts at 6:12 p.m. And there's plenty of college. I assume there's college hoops tomorrow, too.
Of course. And then we got Friday college football as well.
That's an interesting game. What do you think of that one, Smitt?
App State?
I mean, I
think that's going to be a good game.
I'm leaning towards App State at home. I know UL Lafayette is ranked. I can't call it a contrarian play, App State. I got App State -2 here, but I think I'm leaning App State there.
All right. I'm open to whatever. I think that's just an evenly matched. Should be a good game. Two good teams.
I mean, that's a kind of a funky place to play, but I guess Louisiana Lafayette's probably a funky place to play as well. So, you know what I mean? So, I mean, that's the only one December 4th. What do you want to go over?
What if we go over? I was just going to say, what if we go over? Why not?
There you go. That seems good too, actually. 51.5.
Yep.
And then that rolls us right.
Boise's playing that night too with a big.
I don't have that here. I saw that earlier. It's not here though. We're laying that number. What, 28, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's easy. I don't have it here, so I know what's going on, but.
Okay, moving to Saturday, Webb. I love Ohio State to roll over. Some of these teams, Webb, they have to. The rankings came out. The first FBS, CFB, whatever they call it, rankings came out. Some of these teams are going to have to win on style. You're going to have to pump up some style points.
Well, certainly those top 6 are gonna. I agree. I can't agree more. Yeah, I mean that's. I got 23.5. Ohio State. That's no problem. Michigan State is down. They lost to Rutgers. Like you said, it's going to be pedal to the metal. 10 minutes to go in the fourth when they're still up 30. They're looking to go up, 45 or whatever that number. 2 more scores on that. I agree with that one.
And I'll say the same thing for Clemson. The same thing for Clemson as well, I was thinking.
Tech, yeah, minus 23 there. That's on the road. That's a little different. But again, VTech, their best player opted out. I got you there too. I'm down. I'm cool with that.
All right. What else we got on Saturday?
I didn't see. I mean, Saturday was kind of an odd day. I'm going to take Rutgers just as another plus 11. I have no problem rooting against Penn State. Rutgers has been good to me. So plus 11, just a small entertainment bet just for the alumni thing. I don't know, Smitt. I'm looking here. I do like Buffalo minus 11 over Ohio. I think they're better than them. Doesn't matter where they play.
I think we've been doing pretty good the last couple of weeks. We had Kentucky against Florida, and that was ended up being a push. But I think I like Tennessee getting 17.5 to Florida at home.
You know, that's funny. That's the one I was just going to ask you about. Yeah, that dude from Lodi. That's another quarterback from Lodi. They scare me, but
us a lot.
That's enough. He's going to throw a pick or two. He did something stupid. And that dude trash the pits is lethal. But I got no problem if you gave me the others. If you want to go, I was thinking about Tennessee plus the points.
Yeah, we're going to take some points. Also,
I probably wouldn't bet Florida. So.
Right. Also, with some points, they came through with us last week with Louisville. We took Boston College getting points from Virginia. I don't know what you think about that. Just an idea.
That I don't see it here. They're solid. I don't really have any problem.
BC's like plus 4.5 to Virginia.
Yeah, that seems obviously it's on the road, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have too much of a problem with that. I
also,
do like Miami.
Miami.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Yeah, dude, they're going to them. Miami
okay.
minus 14.5.
I'll take Miami because they're another team that's going to need to run up the score if they have the opportunity.
They're going to do it. I mean, they're one of those teams would have to do it kind of anyway.
And speaking of Duke, I had Georgia Tech last week, and they came through. But that was an ugly-ass game. They're playing NC State this week. NC State's only laying 7 to Georgia Tech. I kind of like NC State in that game.
That's no problem. 7's a decent number. I'm a kind of a they've shown me. I've watched them actually. They've hurt me a couple times. I got no problem with NC State, especially against a shitty team.
All right. And also I was looking at Oklahoma to be another one of those teams that really needs to run it up if they have the opportunity. They're laying, I say only, it's 22 to Baylor. I think Oklahoma there might be some blowouts in these games.
I got 21.5 here. I could buy it to 21. That's fine. I'm not crazy. I just don't think they're that good. But that doesn't mean they can't beat a shitty Baylor team by 21. That's fine. But there's one that I love here that's been good to us too is UAB. Minus 11 at Middle Tennessee State. Middle Tennessee State sucks.
Yeah.
And we've had UAB early on. That was one of their first games we've had, and we've been on them. Well, they can actually play, man. So that's what I'm going to be on heavy.
Okay. Well, gives us a bunch of games, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 games.
Oh, that's way too many. All right. That's we got to cut that.
And we got that Alabama LSU. I love Alabama in a blowout, but I don't know if I'm ready to lay 30 points to LSU.
Right. It'll be close. It'll be close.
No, I really think they'll cover, to be honest.
Right. All right, who do we got there? We got a hedge here somehow.
Air Force, Louisiana Tech, over App State, Boise, Ohio State.
All right, well, let's stop there. I mean, I could pass on L Tech if we want. Just because we already got a game. Well, actually, no, that's 6:00. No, we'll leave that one. Fuck that.
Yeah. Why do anything? Let's leave it. Let's roll. We're fucking 15-1, whatever it is. Right. Air Force, Louisiana Tech, over App State, Boise, Ohio State, Clemson, Rutgers, Tennessee, Buffalo, Boston College, North Carolina State, Miami. Oh, I got North Carolina State twice, so take one.
Oh, good.
Oklahoma and UAB.
All right, and then there may not be a line. As of now, we don't have a line on Boise, so that's
14 games, so it might be 13 if we know 13, Boise.
Right.
All right, let's move it on over to the NFL.
All right. Now, who and when are they playing? There's a game Tuesday.
Well, there's a game Tuesday.
No game tomorrow.
No game tomorrow. No, it won't be till Sunday.
Sunday.
And there's one game Tuesday, the Cowboys and Ravens, but there's no line yet that I see.
Right. That makes sense. All right, let me.
Monday has the Redskins, the team formerly the Washington football team,
Right. Right.
goes to Pittsburgh and gets 9.5. I listen. The way this game went, the Steelers are going to beat the shit out of them. They're not going to do the same thing they did this time.
Correct. I got that December 7th at 5:00. Is that
Yes,
right?
that's correct.
Oh
That's
God.
correct. The Steelers are not going to let another team hang around with them all day. This game was weird. They're going to come out and beat the shit out of Washington. That's how I feel about it.
That's no doubt.
Right.
I don't have a line here, so that
All
whatever it is. I mean,
it's
14.
showing 9.5. That probably sounds right. It'll probably be 10.
Right. Whatever.
Right.
I'll lay
Okay.
14.
The regular Monday night game is the Bills go to the 49ers.
All right. What's going on with the Niners? Do we who's the quarterback?
Well, last week was the not Garoppolo guy.
So Nick Mullins is now Garoppolo healthy? Does that matter?
No, and I don't know that it matters.
Right.
I know that Mostert is healthy, and I know Deebo Samuel is back healthy.
Right.
I don't know about Kittle. I don't know what his situation is.
Right. I think I don't know either. I thought he played last week.
They played well last week against the Rams. That much I do know. But
I got my Buffalo -1 and 48 here. This is a tough one. I have one feeling, which is just usually my default bet, but let's see what you think here.
I've been with the Bills. We've been on the Bills a lot this year, and they've done pretty good for us. But I feel like the 49ers are in like a must-win. They're sitting at 5-6. Last week they were 4-6, obviously. So they're sitting at like a must-win situation again this week if they want to make the playoffs at all. And I think they can be tough when they're in that kind of situation.
Yeah, I mean, this is a cross-country game for the Bills. Again, if the Bills are going to lose a game, this is probably one that's hurt the least. You know, some NFC team that's across. It's a kind of an odd game, actually, at this time of the year. But if you wanted to go with the Bills, what did I say, -1?
I was saying with the Niners. I'm saying with the Niners.
Oh, Niners, I meant. Yes. +1. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that.
All right.
That's fine.
Cool. And then the Sunday night game next week is interesting. Well, not that interesting. The Broncos will have their quarterbacks back, as far as I know, and they go to the Kansas City Chiefs, but they're getting 14 points.
Oh, man, that's a tough one. You know, my gut here, I'm not sure what KC is, you know, how they're going to get motivated here. I mean, they're probably almost locked into the 2 seed at this point, right? What's their record?
Yeah, they're 10-1, so they're right behind the Steelers.
You know what? That's not. Yeah, okay. But not. I mean, winning this game by 10 points doesn't. You know.
And this is a division game. The Broncos' defense, surprisingly, is pretty good.
Well, let me just. My first gut was to take the 14 points here.
Me too.
All right, done. No need to get into it.
All right, fine. Broncos +14.
All right. You want to start at the ones now? All right. What do you got next for me?
Saints Falcons. I don't like this at all. Saints are favored by 3. I can just see the Falcons.
Yeah, I mean, I got no problem punting. There's 150 1:00 games.
Let's move on.
Correct. Cool.
Lions and Bears. Garbage.
Nope.
Garbage and garbage.
Yep. Next, I got the Bengals +11.5 at Miami.
I like the Dolphins, to be honest.
I don't. Who's the? I'd rather have Tua. Is he back?
I do not know.
All right. I mean, let's.
I'd almost be fine. I'm fine with Fitzpatrick.
All right, book it. I mean, I'm not. That's. I guess it really doesn't matter. I don't know how many points are the Bengals going to score. So.
Right.
They're not going to score 14.
And I think last week for the Bengals was their game to say, okay, Joe Burrow's out. We all got to pull together and do something. And then they lost to the Giants.
Yeah, I mean, that's
covered.
Right. And the gung ho, like chin up effort. This next one I do like pretty good. The Colts -3.5 at Houston.
Okay.
They've got all those guys who are PEDs. I mean, it's almost you feel bad for this. Like Will Fuller's out. The other, I mean, JJ Watt is just. I mean, they. This is a team that cannot wait for this fucking season to end.
Fair enough. I'll go with the Colts.
And the Colts are good. And I'm going to buy it to 3 just to put that out there. Next one, I got Jacksonville -10 at the Vikings. if I would even lay some crazy money line here. They don't even offer it, but I like the Vikings. Jacksonville. How many points are they going to score?
Right.
They're going
And
to
then
score
funny,
10,
the Vikings
14?
they almost looked like they were going to let one just shit the bed last week against Carolina, and they came back and pulled it out. So you got to think they're going to play a little better. I think they gave up 2 fumble return touchdowns within I think play back-to-back plays, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, they could literally hand the ball off to what's his name,
Cook,
40 times.
Yep.
And then throw it to Thielen and the other guy, and they'll score 21 or 24 points and cover.
Yep.
The next one I got here is the Raiders at the Jets. I mean, these are great for me. These are my suicide plays in a big one. Minnesota and the Raiders. The Raiders I was high on for a couple of weeks, and now they've kind of lost for us the past couple, right?
Well, they played pretty well against Kansas City 2 weeks ago and just didn't. I think they covered the spread. They just didn't win. But then last week was they just handed the ball to the Falcons like 5 different times.
Right.
A couple fumbles, couple interceptions. I feel like they get back. I feel like this is their get back week this week.
All right, well, that's easy. In complete transparency, these ones, the Vikings and the Raiders, I'm not sure what I'm going to be actually laying because I'm going to have literally a shit ton invest. We are going to have a shit ton invested in terms of the big survivors. But they're both going to win. I don't, they're both going to win and cover is my call. But again, if you held my feet to, I don't know how much money I'm actually going to lay down on them just because we're getting close to the end in that one big survivor pool. Anyways.
All right.
Interesting game. Next one. I got Cincinnati +6 at Tennessee. Myles Garrett is back.
Cleveland +6 at Tennessee.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? I'm looking at it. I've been
kind of on the Browns bandwagon this last 3 or 4 weeks. This is going to be a good game.
I can't get that. I watched the Browns game or part of the Browns game. I just saw Baker miss that wide open dude in the end zone there. I think I had him in one of the suicides. I don't know. Did they?
I don't know that the Browns are ready for the Titans are a pretty damn good team. I don't know if the Browns they've been knocking off the Bengals and the Jaguars and shit like that. I don't know if they're ready to take on the Titans, but
on the road, I mean, it's Myles Garrett is back, which to me is big. But they are missing their their biggest weapon. One of their biggest weapons was OBJ, and he's obviously not playing. So I don't know. This I'm gonna probably punt on this. If I had to, I'd probably take the points.
All right, let's punt. Big game this week. I don't really have a feel for the Rams go to the Cardinals this week. That's going to be an interesting game.
These are kind of teams we've been on kind of the bandwagon for them both. I'm not sure the Rams -3. Do they always play on the road? Are they home? I don't know. It seems like every week they're on the road. And Arizona, I think, we thought they were better than they were. This is a tough one. You know what? I don't mind staying away from this one.
We can stay away. Eagles and Packers, Green Bay by 9.
I don't see how they don't cover that. Right. He's going to throw 2 picks, the dude.
I'm in on that. And then the Patriots go to the Chargers, Webb. You're saying you're
my favorite
Los Angeles.
Yeah, I'm all over the Chargers there. That's to me is another one. Although I wouldn't be surprised. This game is hard. It's pick 'em for a reason. Let me put it like that.
I like the Chargers.
I'll take that. That's fine. You know what I heard today, man? It's interesting. And we got one more game we want to talk about before we get Belichick to the Chargers.
How's that work?
Yeah, he's just gonna. That's it. It's gonna be over. They're not gonna make the playoffs in New England. They're just gonna part ways. They're gonna start all over up there with Josh McDaniels. And he's going to go pick his next thing. That's what I heard. It's interesting.
What would be in him to do that?
Well, I don't know. Why not? He's got a stud young quarterback, and it's his next challenge. What's it doing?
Yeah. I could see the quarter. Yeah, I guess a coach would want to do that if they had an opportunity.
Right. He's gonna end his days in
San Diego. Cam Newton or Herbert.
Right, and then go from New England to San Diego. Again, it's hypothetical. It's just an interesting thought. It makes And then the other one that is an absolute locksmith is the Seattle -10 against the Giants.
You like that?
Oh my God, that
They screwed me over last week, Seattle, but I'll take it.
Easy. That's easy.
All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
A lot,
6, 8, 9, 10 picks. NFL.
Good.
Pittsburgh, Niners, Broncos, Jets, Colts, Vikings, Raiders, Green Bay, Chargers, and Seattle.
That's 10-1, 9-1.
All right, 9-1. We're not really taking too many points, but hey, it is what it is.
Well, I mean, there's a couple on there that,
tread lightly, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I can tell. Tread lightly.
Well, let's start off for, then we can wag. There's a couple. I'm telling you, the Giants are going to get smoked.
All right.
That's for sure. I'll tell you that. And the Colts are going to win that game and cover.
Oh wait, I wrote down the Jets. We went the Raiders.
Yeah.
So that's one left. There that knocks it down.
There you go.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 plays. That's perfect.
We're taking some points.
Pittsburgh, Niners, Broncos, Colts, Vikings, Raiders, Green Bay, Chargers, and Seattle.
Right. I like it. Winners.
I think that's all she wrote for tonight.
What number are we in Sports Watch? Did we cover that?
Yeah, we're like number 12.
Number
12, and it didn't help. Losing the Steelers game today did not help us.
Right. I bet. Yeah. I mean, why? I wonder how many people had the other way on that one.
Right. So, we're hanging in. All we need is one of those like if we go like an 8-2 or some shit. That obviously that's gonna
boost us. And then my other question was, what's up with the chickens, man? What happened to the chickens? Did they get the chicken wings? That's it.
I think chicken cutlet. I think we did it
for harvest season.
Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving was tough.
That's right.
Yeah, I haven't heard from the chickens just kind of faded away. So
right. All right.
I think the novelty wore off.
Right. He's like, I gotta deal with.
Listen, I'm not going out in the backyard every week and have the chickens pick up football helmets. I'm not doing that.
I just got a text from the intern. I guess West Virginia covered against that Gonzaga.
Yes, but I think Alabama won, so we're 1-1. We need to go 2-0 tonight.
Bush. Yep. Nevada tonight, full show.
And
what's the other one?
Illinois.
Yep, I like that one too.
All right. I want to thank John Grove for the bumper music. Thank you, Lil Saint the Goat and C Really for our going out music. And I'm start plugging you guys out there on Facebook, social media too. Devin's going to tell you about YouTube.
Hey guys, it's Devin. Make sure you subscribe to the Wager Makers podcast on YouTube, like all their videos, and click that bell so that you turn on your post notifications and you never miss another video.
Thanks, Devin. Don't forget on Facebook, the Wager Makers podcast, Twitter at the Wager Makers, Instagram at the Wager Makers, the Wager Makers at gmail.com. To email us, Sports Watch Monitor has all our picks. YouTube, Google Play, Music, Podbean, Apple, Spotify, Stitcher. Wilbur Investigations, thank you so much. MN3 Technologies, and thank you all for listening. Tell some friends, tell some people. Webb, take us out.
Brick by brick, baby. And don't forget about Thrive Fantasy Sports. Thank you for everybody for listening. Again, man, let's go. We got to get bigger. I haven't heard anybody comment to me lately. So let's blow it out. Brick by brick, baby. Thank you.
Blow the shit out. Playoffs are coming. You need some help.
Right. That's right. Lights are on.
We're here to help. We're here to help.
On.
The holidays. Want some holiday money?
That's right. Christmas is coming.
Welcome to the Wager Makers podcast with Webb and Smitt.
Yeah. Hey, shout out Wager Maker podcast.
Brick by brick, baby.
Yeah.
Here comes the Wager Maker
Here I go.
Express.
I hear y'all sick of losing money cause y'all don't know how to bet. Better hit that Wager Maker podcast with Smitt and Webb. They gon' show y'all how to do this. Take these notes like y'all some students. Y'all can't seem to pick them right. Well, tonight y'all lucky night. It's that Wager Maker podcast. Wager Maker podcast. Wager Maker podcast. Your bookie getting sick cause we built this brick by brick. It's that Wager Maker podcast. It's that Wager Maker podcast. It's that Wager Maker podcast. Come and place your bets with that WM Express. Let's go.